Our coverage continues now. Thank you for joining us on your Friday. I'm Mikaela Way.
And I'm Michael Spencer in for Karen Lee. Former President Donald Trump said today that if he were reelected, he would enact what he called Operation Aurora to target illegal immigrants in Colorado and across the country.
He just wrapped up a rally at the Gaylord Hotel and Convention Center in Aurora. And Aurora became national news back in August when video captured armed men at the edge at Lowry Apartments. But it's not anywhere near where Trump spoke today.
Your political reporter Sean Boyd was at that rally at Gaylord Rockies. And Sean, Trump urged Coloradans to cast what he called a protest vote for him.
Yeah, Michael, this is not about winning Colorado. Trump trails Kamala Harris by double digits here. Make no mistake, he would not be here if Aurora resident Cindy Romero had not released video of armed men breaking into an apartment, a video that went viral, along with a story about how a Venezuelan gang had taken over the apartment complex and even the city. It made Colorado ground zero in the debate over border security, an issue that is one of the top two issues in this presidential race and a winning issue for the former president. Thousands of die-hard Trump supporters turned out for the rally that focused on border security. Trump told the crowd Kamala Harris doesn't deserve to be president because she let violent gang members into the country, and those criminals, he suggested, will soon be in communities across the country. In swing state communities he's appealing to.
But to everyone here in Colorado and all across our nation, I make this pledge and vow to you. November 5th, 2024 will be Liberation Day in America. It will be Liberation Day. I will rescue Aurora and every town that has been invaded and conquered. These towns have been conquered. Explain that to your governor. He doesn't have a clue. They've been conquered. And we will put these vicious and bloodthirsty criminals in jail or kick them out of our country.
While Trump suggests that migrants are to blame for much of the crime in the United States, the FBI statistics do not bear that out. He ripped on Governor Polis almost as much as Kamala Harris at the rally today. Coming up at 5, how both Trump and Polis had the same goal for his visit here. Michael?
All right, Sean, we'll look forward to that, and our coverage continues now. I'm joined by Democratic analyst Mike Dino and Republican analyst Dick Wadhams. We had a chance to watch the whole speech together on our streaming service, CBS News Colorado. Dick, I'll start with you. What stood out today?
Oh, it's a one-issue campaign. I mean, immigration was the reason he came here, and Sean is right. It had very little to do with Colorado. It had to do with the national campaign and the focusing on the 7 swing states. But I think this is going to be a one-issue campaign, and it's the area of the biggest vulnerability for Harris. So I think it was a smart thing to do.
What stood out to you, Mike?
Well, you know, he expressed a great affinity for Colorado, how he's traveled here a lot, and he'd really like it to, you know, turn red for him, which won't happen because we haven't seen that in 20 years for the Republicans. I think that, you know, the other thing that stood out is obviously the crowd. And we talked about earlier, it wasn't just from Colorado, but he pointed out people from Wyoming and certainly from the region. And so it was probably, you know, nice not being a swing state to get a little attention for a brief period of time.
You heard Sean mention it there. He did take some shots at Governor Polis. What did you make of his attacks at the governor?
Well, the politics of grievance, that's a big thing for him. This is kind of his revenge tour. And he's pointing out the people he's going to go after, and he had a chance to take a shot at our governor.
He's been harping on immigration. We knew that that was going to be the central focus of today's speech. What else do you expect him to hit on before the November 5th election?
Well, by the way, I think the best moment of the entire hour and a half was Cindy Romero going. I mean, that was a powerful moment, and she had a great message. But I don't know. I mean, energy, inflation, other issues will come into play, Michael. But I got to tell you, he has clearly decided that this is the issue that can win this election, and like I say, she is vulnerable on this issue, and she will try to blame him, which is kind of preposterous, but it's not going to work.
And you mentioned this during our session on our streaming service, CBS News Colorado. bringing Romero up on stage kind of humanized this aspect that he was trying to hit on in terms of immigration. Now, we do know the ballots started going out today. Did today's visit and his campaign stop at Gaylord of the Rockies move the needle at all in terms of what we might see on Election Day?
It's a mixed bag, for him in Colorado. Certainly he riles up his supporters, but it antagonizes a lot of people. I've got several texts from my mother who's just irate the guy was here. So it motivates her to go out and campaign harder against him.
Well, we'll see what happens. Obviously, November 5th coming up. Any movement on your end?
No. I mean, Mike's right, and boy, I would not want to make Mrs. Dino mad.
No.
Gentlemen, appreciate the visit as always. We know we'll be hearing from you both leading up to Election Day, and of course, our election coverage will continue right here on CBS News Colorado all the way up to November 5th. Michaela?
All right, Michael, thank you so much. Well, Republicans rallied for former President Trump in Aurora today. Colorado Democrats debunked Trump's allegations about Aurora even before that rally. Your reporter Sarah Herbakowitz joins us live now in Aurora. And Sarah, how are those Democratic leaders reacting to Trump's visit?
Yeah, I got the governor's reaction to Trump's speech just a few minutes ago. As you mentioned, Governor Polis was the subject of a lot of criticism throughout the rally, and Governor Polis is responding in turn with criticism, sharing with us a statement in part saying, Coloradans like myself love Aurora, love Colorado, and love the United States of America, and I am deeply disappointed that a candidate for the highest office in the land is willing to tarnish and attack the very people who would be his constituents. This morning, leading state Democrats shared their frustration with Trump's comments on Aurora even before the rally began. Senator Hickenlooper, Congresswoman DeGette, and Congressman Crow all highlighting Aurora's strengths and backing Harris's immigration policies.
These lies have real consequences. This is not victimless. What Donald Trump is doing is victimizing some of the most vulnerable people in our community. And it's wrong, it's dangerous, and that is exactly why we are here. To stop it, to correct the record and say enough is enough. We will not allow you to drop into this community for a couple of hours at a luxury resort, not even close to where these folks live and are trying to build their lives, and tell lies that make their ability to move forward much more difficult.
When I asked Crow for the latest update about gang activity in Aurora, he said it's minimal and isolated as they continue to work with law enforcement on the issue. Governor Polis objecting Trump's visit today, but still welcoming the eyes of the nation to Aurora and even inviting Vice President Kamala Harris. We're live in Aurora. Sarah Herbakowitz covering Colorado First.
Sarah, thank you so much. And you are brand new to our CBS News Colorado team, in which we want to say welcome. We're so excited to have you.
Thank you guys so much.
Yeah,
it's exciting to be here. I'm happy to join the team.
Look forward to your reporting. Thank you so much.